Trisha, can you give me my coffee? I'm running late.
Hi, Skip. Hi, Callie.
Money, I got money. Money, I got money.
What is she? What are we doing? Oh my God, stop.
Welcome to our podcast. Hey guys, what is up? What is poppin'? Welcome back to the podcast. This is Genesis Podcast. This is all tangled up. What am I saying?
It's okay. Just go with it.
Can you didn't do it for me? Because I just messed it up.
Can you do it? What are you talking?
Welcome back to your favorite mother-daughter duo podcast. This is Genesis.
With Genesis.
Of Genesis.
You know, when I say with, you say it's of. When I say of, you say it's with.
Whatever. Just to remind you guys, because I feel like if you're new here, Genesis of Genesis means the beginning of Genesis, the beginning of us taking
Of the new.
our goals on
Yes.
head to head and ready to crush them in every way possible.
Crush them.
But yeah. Okay, so hope everybody had a wonderful week. My week was a little bit all over the place, but it was.
As
wasn't
is
that
your
bad.
life.
Yeah, true. My life really is. I got 2 drinks today.
You are very just all over.
Mm-hmm. I've always been that way though.
But it almost calms you to be like that.
I-
Like when you're not, I think it worries you and then you end up worse.
I don't like to be, okay, I'll admit, being absolutely chaotic and stressed and unorganized is not how I'm gonna live my life, but when I got everything together, then I start worrying about why isn't something going on. So I'd rather just live my life how it is.
You just need to find the balance, that's all.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, shout out to Starbucks, I have to say this. I mentioned it in my story yesterday, and it's so cute how many people said that they were here since the beginning.
Well, you're the one that got me started on it.
I posted a, if you're watching on the YouTube version, I posted a video of me holding this drink, which is the drink that I literally became obsessed with Starbucks for. Like, I never really liked their coffee, remember? I was like,
I'm just not a coffee drinker, but that's all I ever get.
I'm obsessed with their coffee, but the very beginning, Starbucks, when I was obsessed with it, I'm not kidding, I went there 4 times a day
OG.
to get a venti, unsweetened green iced tea with 3 agave. Agave instead of sugar, I'm telling you, it's so good. It hits just right.
Just plain unsweetened is where it's at. It's refreshing.
Yours is super refreshing.
Yours is good. Yours is very good, but I feel like I have to drink a glass of water afterwards. I don't know why. When I drink sugary drinks, it makes me thirsty.
This isn't sugar though, it's very, very light.
But I'm just saying, yes, it's not regular sugar, but I'm saying it's still like a sugar substitute. Or
Mine
whatever.
is so good, and I had so many people say, "Oh my gosh, like you got me hooked on it." I'm not kidding. I'm not even just trying to flex. Like I'm not kidding. At least 10 people were like, "Oh my gosh, you got me hooked on that drink." But I mean, my drink, at least I feel like I'm paying $3 for something. You're paying literally $4 for a water that's a little thicker.
I love it.
It tastes like water.
That's my kind of drinks. I like just little hints of things. I don't want it to be slammed with something.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, had a wonderful week. We're gonna start off this podcast today with a game by J. Clay. It's been like 6 freaking episodes and she's brought a game to the episode, so let's do it.
Because you are just so creative. You're letting your creative. I thought she was.
I thought she was giving us a timeout. Sierra's behind the scenes. She's literally like
stirring her Java chip.
She is putting her frappuccino to work, and it looked like she was doing like a timeout. And I was like,
that's all. I was like, dang, time flies. I thought she was like cutting us off. Like, okay, bye.
If you're watching on the YouTube version, I'm not kidding. This is her. She's like this.
I wish they could see it. We need to get another camera on her.
Yeah, we do. Just for like the behind the scenes little quirky things.
And if we could have like on our YouTube, we could have ours, and then like a little up top.
Mm-hmm. I think Dad would
like,
appreciate that when he gets back too, because you know he's gonna want that attention.
No, not that.
I had a little panic stricken this morning.
Why?
Because I was like laying in bed, getting up and getting ready or whatever, and took Pickle out, and I came back and I was like, Sierra's not here, and Sam was like, oh, she's at work. just assumed you're at work. And I was like, oh my gosh, what about the podcast? What are we going to do? I was like, she's not going to let us know she's working? Can you imagine us like
text?
start like reaching over to set the motherboard up and all that?
It would have to be like you go over, push the button.
That's why I said podcast at 1. And I was like, she didn't respond.
Like, she didn't respond.
So it was like, yeah, she's at work. I'm like, boy, how do you even know?
It's just giving you trouble today.
And then I looked on her story and I was like, no, look. I was like, there's something in the background. She's not at work. I don't know what she's doing.
How dare you leave and not tell her where you're going?
She went to get a car wash.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Boy, was that an experience?
She almost had to pay us $600 for her car
She
wash.
tried to go get, what, a $15 car wash?
Yeah.
And it ended up costing her $40.
But it started off at $600. They said, I'm going to give you this $600
But it
car
was
wash
on
today for
sale.
$250. She's
Yeah.
like, no. I'll give it to you for $50 off. No. I'll give you this and this for this price. No. How about I give you this? No. So she got it for 40. Pretty
Which
good
I was
deal.
saying, but she still spent. He ultimately won because he got more out of you.
Mm-hmm. But I got more too.
Yeah. She got more out of her package.
That is true. That is true.
All right, J. Clay. Let's do this game.
Okay. I mean, this is just like, it's just simple. I'm just going to name somebody.
Anybody?
Like, it could be just a famous, some are famous people, some are like YouTubers, like more famous YouTubers.
And first thing that comes to mind?
Just the very first thing. Like,
Very first word.
Yes.
Okay. Well, how are you going to play?
I'm not.
That's so stupid. Who plays a game with one person?
You.
Let's play this game, guys. Woo!
That's how you can win.
Hey, let's do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
I hate when that happens.
You're so nasty. Did anyone see last week's Genesis podcast?
Did you see-
before it was
There was someone that admitted it in the comments.
No.
She said, haha, I saw it. Didn't think it was a big deal. What do you mean you don't think it's a big deal?
Yeah, we always dig at our crotches.
Oh my gosh. And I need to make this so clear. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, last week's podcast forgot to edit at the end. I don't know how, but it was posted for about an hour. There's only 34 views on it though. So 34 of you guys, I don't know if you made it all the way to the end or not, but so far 2 have come forward and have said they saw what happened.
The other 32 are just holding it.
I was on my
The
period.
raw footage.
I had toilet paper
Oh, that
down
just makes it
there.
sound worse. Okay.
If you're watching on YouTube, just look outside. It's so ignorant. We have construction going on.
All
But I was
right.
on my period. There's toilet paper down there, and at the end of the podcast, I was uncomfortable having it set there the whole time, so I reached down and just adjusted it because it was sliding down the leg a little bit, up the butt crack. But we got it under control. Just forgot to edit that out, so I literally dug down my crotch on the YouTube video.
And I'm
So
laughing.
weird. Like, they better not be climbing up there.
Oh my gosh, they might be.
Podcast in session, sir. Oh my gosh.
Hello. But
Keep
no,
us
but I think like what you said though, what disturbs me the most is that me and Sierra didn't even flinch.
No.
We didn't
No
even
reaction.
like bat an eye. It was just like, oh, Chris is in her pants.
Right?
Yeah. But I posted a funny YouTube video, so go check it out. But yeah.
And I may go through that today because this bodysuit, like when you don't wear panties and then you put a bathing suit on,
It's up there.
it's just like
It's in between.
yeah.
It's like they fold.
It's like cutting everything off.
Ew, wait, you're so nasty because in the car, remember I said it was like farts? She goes, well, not me because if I farted, they'd be stuck in this bodysuit. Oh, he heard us. He's laughing. Hi.
Pete and Genesis podcast.
Okay, can we get on this game? Seriously, sir.
Where's Patricia?
Oh
We are literally live. We are rolling live on a podcast. What are we gonna do?
I don't think we can do anything. We're just gonna, but we may have a new location.
We are having a new
Yes.
location. So we don't have to tell you this because it'll be in a secluded area for just us. It's gonna be like a warehouse.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be a kitchen in there, right? Because it's an apartment.
Yeah. Wait till you see. It has like the barn door that slides.
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
so cute.
Well, guys, I'm
So
so
just bear with us
sorry.
right
If it
now.
gets terrible, we'll cut and go ask.
Oh, floor's dropping, everything.
Try not to pay
Watch the
attention.
wall, like.
We are amazing. Just listen to our harmonious voices.
Yeah, that's just.
Make sure you talk loud,
Anyway.
or Jen Rose is gonna be on you.
No, I love Jen Rose. You know what? Because you know what though, it's the way she does it. She handles it well.
Right.
She does it very nicely.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. Sierra Autumn.
Oh gosh, you said first thing that came to mind. I'm sorry, I wasn't ready.
Well,
I literally thought of like falling leaves for some reason because you said auto.
Sierra Autumn.
Austin's girlfriend, I don't know.
That's the first thing. No, think of her.
Eric Costello.
Oh yeah.
I hear Sierra Autumn. My first thing, booty. Okay. Alicia Marie.
Camera.
Okay. President Trump.
Bald. He's not. He's not.
Yeah,
I thought of that meme where his hair's falling up, flowing up in the air.
That's
They're like,
first
look at this dude.
That's the first thing you think of, though. See, like when I hear him,
Or a duck.
I think money.
No, I'm not good at this.
Shane Dawson.
Pig.
Oh, pig.
That's his like logo.
Yeah. Logan Paul.
Maverick.
Okay.
I'm trying to be as fast as I can, so just hurry up. Go.
Ariana Grande.
Music. See, this is stupid. That's just like the first thing that they're associated with.
Okay, well then think more specific then.
Eyeliner.
Yeah, like it doesn't like you have to.
Ponytail.
That's what. Yeah, I would say ponytail. Justin Bieber.
I love the way Haley Bieber.
Jennifer Clayton.
Bougie.
Ooh.
FTD.
Hats.
Oil.
Oil. Grease. Hottest merch in the game. Well, mom farted.
Like seriously, what are they? Oh my gosh.
So rude.
Genesis podcast.
Cool.
The Jack Life.
Beautiful. And this is
You're
hard.
lame.
Do something for her.
Okay.
Tana Manja. Manja.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Glasses.
Erica Costello.
Victoria's Secret.
It's the first thing you think of.
Yes.
I don't like this game. You suck.
No.
Alright guys, so sorry the games were so stupid. My mom does not know how to pick anything. Gosh.
She's so rude. My game's cool. You just suck at it. That's all.
Alright, today's topic we are moving into is going to be all about friendships and relationships. I constantly am getting questions about relationship advice, friendship advice, questions that people have for us. So I put a poll, or not a poll, I put a questionnaire on my Instagram just like I did last week with passions, and we're just going to go through. I want to do their questions first because I didn't get like a ton, but we got a good amount. We'll go through them first, and then
Are
if
we
you
both
have any
answering, or
points,
like will you take on one, I'm taking on like how we
no,
do?
we just both answer.
All right. Yeah. If I have something to say or add, I will.
You can answer this first one first, though. How do you tell your friends no to the things that don't suit your lifestyle anymore, aka drinking? I think she means like, how do you tell them that you don't want to do it, not necessarily telling them they shouldn't do it.
Right. You just don't do it. And take it from me. This is someone who has always been like this from the beginning. You just don't do it. You cannot do it because they are.
Okay, you are very strong. You have a very strong mindset whenever you set your mind to something, though. Some people can be easily influenced because of certain situations.
I'll tell you this much. If somebody's trying to talk you out of a decision that you made, then you need to question your friendship, period. Because, I mean, like, there are people that maybe have made comments like, I can't believe you don't drink. But if I said I don't want to drink or I'm not drinking, and if someone was like, nah, come on, you had, like, really? I think not. Like, then are you really my friend? Because why are you trying to talk me into something that I clearly said that I didn't want to do?
Right. So you would just say, just say no.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, and I think also you have to decide who you want to surround yourself with. Like I always see this quote somewhere. It says, look at your closest 5 people around you. Like, make that list in your mind. And what are those people doing? Like, are those people that are going to support you and make you better and influence you? Are they doing things better than you so that you can have them to look up to?
Are they negative people?
Right. So, I mean, if drinking's not for you, I don't think it's for everybody. I literally posted, like, this thing on my story today about, like, somebody asked me, was it hard for you to quit drinking? And I, like, loved my response. And I got, like, a ton of people telling me they love my response, too. So.
Maybe I should have checked my social media.
But anyways, I just think I'm going to actually read what I said on that one because it was
She liked it that much.
And I was able to get it all out, but I have to go through my story because I posted like 500 times today already. If you don't follow me, you can follow me if you want. Carissa Nicole IG.
I need to step up my game. So do you, Sierra.
I know.
You little social media slacker.
Okay, here's my response. It says, how hard was it for you to give up alcohol? I said, the idea of it was hard, but after experiencing the benefits, I was set on never wanting to drink again. I strongly believe that some people can be responsible and handle alcohol, and some people just cannot. And I was one of those people. I was mean and not nice. It definitely wasn't something that I thought I would want to do because it was quote unquote fun. It was quote unquote like living and thriving and living your best life. And it was quote unquote giving me a social life. But I quickly realized that after giving it up, my life enhanced tenfold. I said I grew up, I lost a ton of weight, I became more active, I cleared up a ton of brain fog, I actually started working towards my goals. I wasn't putting them off because I was like, oh, I gotta have fun.
Yeah.
I formed better relationships and I healed my broken ones. I became way nicer of a person. I became more focused. I stopped living for the weekend, which is something I literally used to do, was live for the weekend. Like, I cannot wait for the weekend to be here so I can drink and get drunk and blah, blah. Became more focused. I just feel a million times better on the inside. I don't make stupid decisions anymore because I was always just like such a good person.
Sometimes.
But anytime I would get drunk,
Right.
I made a bad decision. Every single time, without fail. Because my alter ego came out. So,
That is a very good response, and I agree with the 100% of it.
yeah.
The time and money that you're putting into drinking
Yes,
and going
money
out
too.
and doing that, you could be using to literally advance your life.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Time and money can both be used to advance your life. Not like you just become stagnant then. Like you just you don't really go
Yeah.
very far.
So, to that question, just choose
a
your
great
friends
answer.
wisely.
Very
And
wisely.
you don't have to judge people. You don't have to tell people they're wrong for what they're doing. You can influence people by your own actions and just choose the people you want to spend most of your time with.
Right. I like what you said though about the 5 people that you're closest to, because look at the 5 people you're closest to, and that's a reflection of who you are.
Mm-hmm. I also saw something that said, if you're always like the most successful and best person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Absolutely.
Because why would you surround yourself with people that, and not even that they're bad or that they're wrong, but you should always want to look up to somebody that you can be more like.
Right. And you don't want to idolize them, but you just want to use them as like what's the word I'm looking for?
Like, copy them but in a sense of being like
Copy
original
them,
about
but
it.
as I say, but make it your own.
Right. Okay. How do you work through problems without fighting in a relationship?
That
That's
is hard.
hard.
That is very hard. And I'd love to sit here and say, oh, this is what you do, blah, blah. Honest to God, sometimes you just have to really, most importantly, think before you do or say anything. Like, literally stop and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because 9 out of 10, any time that I have spazzed or yelled or
You
screamed,
feel stupid in the end.
when I'm done, I sit there and like shake my head, but I'm so far into it that I cannot be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. And I can't apologize then. No, and then it's like, then it just goes even deeper because then I'm embarrassed that I did it, but I can't admit it.
Right.
It's ugly. It's an ugly thing, but that's very hard.
It's hard not to fight. I think you just need to literally take a second to
Yes.
think about what you're fighting about. And like my mom said, whenever you get yourself so worked up, at the end of it, you're going to feel stupid yourself. Because there's so many times I'm just like, oh, I wish I could take that back and not act like that. But honestly, it's not an excuse to be that type of way. And, oh gosh, we have a whole parade of people coming through. Hello, we are rolling. Do you not understand?
I look to Sierra because you can see we're just like laughing because every one of them's like looking over. Like
I know. But I don't think that this should be an excuse for you to be continuing the way that you handle problems if your partner is not a confrontational person. Because I do not have a confrontational partner.
Right.
You guys both do.
I do, yeah.
So your guys' fights can get super heated.
Is Austin really confrontational?
Oh, yes.
Really? See, like with me, he is not.
No,
Like,
Austin
he
has to get
is
his
not.
point
Yes.
across.
He does do that. though.
No, times 100.
But does he yell?
He will, yeah.
See, because like with me though, and I'm talking from.
You're
birth.
his mom, though. He's always been like that with you.
I know, but still, like you would think I would still see that. I'm talking since birth. That kid has never, ever once. Oh my god.
Sorry.
Wow. Anyway, he has never once.
Well, welcome to Genesis Podcast.
Let's try that again. He has never once yelled at me. Never once. Ever.
Or you're his mom.
No.
I've never yelled at you either.
No. Sorry guys, I had chili left.
Oh my gosh, this is annoying.
This is like just
angry.
This is exactly what. Again, just bear with us. Possibly our next podcast can be in our new space.
Ooh.
I'm going to work very hard, but we're gonna have to get help.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have the guys help. I mean, there's really not that much to take. I'll just have to get Dad's truck and.
Okay, we can talk about this later. Let's continue on. Ask her the question you asked. Does he yell? Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't think he was a yeller though.
He
I
doesn't
know
yell at first.
if he has something on his mind that he has to say, it's like he'll die if he doesn't say it.
Yeah.
Like I do know that.
Gosh,
No,
I do know that.
If he wants to talk, like it's his turn to talk, I'm not kidding, will talk for 1 hour before I'm allowed to say a single word.
Yeah,
Like
every point is out.
every point
Yeah.
explained
He
to
does do that.
Yeah.
You're right. Yours is not confrontational.
So what is our
You
advice?
know why? Because you're the confrontational one.
Right, and it's easy when you have someone that actually listens
Yeah.
to you. So in my case, Sam will listen to what I have to say whether he agrees with it or not. And that calms me down. So maybe the advice that we could give that we need to also listen to is just listen. Even if we don't want to
Yeah.
listen. Even if we know they're wrong.
That is true.
Just
Because
listen.
if you're both hotheads,
Hi, he just waved at me.
if you're both hotheads, you're in trouble.
Right.
Like that's very dangerous because once you say something, you can apologize, you can say I'm sorry, but once it's out of those lips, it's out forever and you can never take it back because if you're saying it out of anger like that, chances are there's at least some truth to it.
Next question's good. How do you know a friend really wants what's best for you?
You don't.
Well, I'm just gonna say this. I agree with Sierra, you don't.
Because actions speak so much louder than words. Your friends will tell you that they want what's best for you. They will even go as far as like maybe some days like showing appreciation or showing that they are supporting you and they're on your side and they're behind you and they want you to reach your goals and they hype you up. I'm literally
This is like unbelievable.
most people would quit the podcast, but we're just gonna keep going.
We just can't.
We have no
That's the
time.
thing. There's no other option.
But then there will be actions where they act completely different or they don't support you or they don't care. Like the actions mean so much more than the words do.
Yes, definitely. Listen, instead of listening to what they're saying,
See what they're doing.
yes, watch what they do.
Yeah.
Watch what they do, especially, and here's the thing, not only during the hard times, but during the good times.
Right. That's something that I have always struggled with, like, in my past friendships. I would have the friendships where they'd be there for me whenever I failed or whenever something bad happened in my life or like I really needed a friend or if I felt alone or if I was sad. Like my friendships were always there for me and I like really appreciate that because you need that. But then like when my life would be going so good or things would be lining up for me or I would have so many opportunities or something, then they kind of just like fall off or like silent and they just don't seem to care that much. And like that's another time when you really need people. Whenever
Exactly.
you are climbing, because it's scary, like you could be going through something that you've never been through before, but you're so excited, and even just like venting when you're sad is good, but venting when you're excited too, there's no better feeling than getting off excited feelings.
Right.
And you should have a friend that's like, yes, I'm here to help you, I'm here to support you, I'm gonna make you do these types of things that you are stepping out of your comfort zone to do, like not just people that are like, yeah, like that's risky.
And like even down to, so whenever you have a friend or something like that, if you have similar interests, then of course like there seems to be excitement and and I think it's easier to be a friend. This sounds stupid, but I think it's easier to be a friend during the hard times because you're kind of feeling like not above them, but like so it's easier to give like pity to someone. It's way easier to pity somebody than it is
To celebrate.
to celebrate that they might be doing something better than you. Even just at that, like you might be better than them at something else, but just like it's hard to celebrate a friend. It's very easy to pity them because you feel like above it almost.
Yes and no, I feel like that is like that for the majority of people, but I, with God as my witness, can say that when I see other people doing good things, especially people
Same.
that I love and that I support and that I'm friends with or
It
that is my
excites you.
family, that gets me going. Like, whenever I hear about how good dad's doing, it excites me so much. Whenever I see you actually putting your goals into a plan and making it happen, it excites me. Whenever I see, like, that Sierra, her one video went crazy and got, like, 5,000, what is it at? Like, almost 10,000 likes now, 10, right? Or views.
Wait, which one?
Her
last one?
No.
The
It was
bathing
like, in the
suit one.
summertime. The when
Austin raided my bathing suit.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, I go back and just check what her video's doing. Whenever Sam gets a new client, like, he just started recently training our pastor, like, I could be brought to tears. Like, I love when people succeed.
Do you know why?
Austin,
you have a
we won
confidence.
state.
You have a confidence, and it's not a competition. That's the thing. Everybody feels like you, like in your avenue, in social media, you two both do the same thing, right? You would think that, like, if you're doing a good video, that she would be jealous, or if she's doing a good video, you would be jealous. But you got to understand, you can both be successful.
Right. Like, help
it's
each
not
other
like
and get there together.
Only one of you can be. That's the beauty of it all, is that you can both totally succeed at the same thing.
So I don't know how people, like, aren't there for their friends. Like, that's, like, the
Lack of
exciting
confidence,
time.
I think.
I get scared whenever my friends go through a hard time, because then I'm like, oh gosh, like, what do I say? I don't want to make it weird.
Right.
Like, I would way rather be there celebrating wins.
Same.
Like, honestly, one of my best days of my life, and this is corny AF, but was when Austin won states. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I turned into a whole new person. I was so excited. That was like the best. I felt cool. I was like, my brother just won states too. Like, you just feel so good.
And you know why too? Because you saw him. You saw the behind the scenes. You saw what he's doing behind the scenes. You know, and just seeing someone reach something that a lot of other people thought was just a little out there, like,
or a lot of people doubt,
Yes.
or people don't think it could ever happen, and
Right.
it happens. It's the best.
And just recently, I was commenting on somebody's thing, and she messaged me, and she said, I just have to tell you, she says, you were just always so nice to me, and just always saying just such nice things. And my response to her was that, like, you know who it is.
So good
it's
to
Miss 12.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And Chris, and I just said, there's just something about, like,
Because they're
love
humble.
watching them. But they're just killing it. Like,
They really are.
they are, and I love to see that. But do you know how many people?
Or jealous,
Yes.
or, yeah, exactly. It's just terrible.
And jealousy will just get you nowhere.
And a lot of people want to ask, how do you gain confidence? It's 1,000% not by being jealous. That
No.
is the opposite. Being jealous makes you look so insecure and so
Do you know how you
terrible.
get confidence? Dive into something head first.
And just do
Find
it.
something that you love. Dive into it, and you got to understand too. It's not a straight road.
Mm-mm.
It's not easy. But the more you do it, the better you're gonna get, and the better you get, the more confidence you're gonna get.
Yes, I agree. All right, we're gonna switch up from friendships real quick. Go to some dating advice. Let me see this one. How do you keep your relationship exciting? Any date ideas? So me and Sam do date day every single Wednesday, and sometimes we go a little out of hand and we like try to spend a lot of money and make it special. But there's been times where we've done things that were literally like either free or very cheap. Like one day he literally just bought water guns from Walmart and like surprised me with a water gun fight. Like it was
That
so
video
corny.
cracked me up to see.
But we had so much fun. Like we felt like kids again.
Yes.
You can go to the movies. Like people think that's overrated. Like movies and then they're like, ugh, everybody does that. There's no other date I would rather have. We've tried these other dates and I'm just like, I really wish I was at the movies right now.
Yeah.
Like, keep it simple. Do something
Even
that you
just
guys
down
both
to like
like.
the picnics, how
Mhm.
how Austin just took you for a picnic. I mean, all we did was buy the food, and even you don't even have to go buy food. You can make food at
Yeah.
home. You can make some sandwiches or something
Just
like that.
dedicate like an hour or two to spending time with just them,
Just
away
them.
from your phone, away from doing stuff like that. Like
Right.
just spend
Right.
time together.
Away from like in your case, like away from me.
Yeah.
Like actually doing something with just you two. That is very important.
Yeah. And I mean, so it does not have to take a lot of money to do it.
Mhm.
You just need to spend time together. Or
And find something that you try to find something that you
New.
guys both enjoy too.
and new stuff is so fun to like experience things for the first time
Yes.
with somebody else is so cool. Like me and Sam did for a lot of our dates, like something we've done for the first time, and it's something so simple. Or if you have the ability to spoil the crap out of your wife, you can do what FDD did. Can you tell that date story
Oh
real quick?
my
Because that was
gosh.
the cutest ever.
And it's so funny because today and yesterday are the exact 1 year.
Oh, it is?
Yes. So
Aw.
yesterday was when he sent me clues. It was a scavenger hunt. And
Well,
I
real
had
quick, they
clues
hadn't
all the
seen
time.
each other for like 3 months because my dad was
Yeah.
working. So that's why he wanted to surprise her. They haven't seen each other for a while.
And it was like our anniversary is December 10th,
Mm-hmm.
and he just couldn't wait. And it was supposed to be his 25th anniversary, which is this year,
Mm-hmm.
but he just again couldn't wait. He was just excited. So he sent me all kinds of clues, like that I had to decipher or like figure out.
It was like the Da Vinci Code. We had to literally like crack codes.
And then like I was on social media and like I was like putting in my friends like on all my friends,
your followers.
Yes, they were like helping me try to crack the code and everything. But what it ended up being was he had a driver come to the house, pick me up, and he told me I had to pack a bag. And he just said, just for the first day, he said, and just try to look nice. Is like he just wanted me to look nice. I'm like, what the heck? So I got to the airport, and then I
had no idea where she was going.
So then I get there, I put in my code. He locked me out of the bank account. He locked me out of QuickBooks because
he didn't want to see what you're spending money on. Yeah.
Like what he was spending money on. But get to the airport, the driver comes, picks me up, takes me to the airport, drops me off. Go to the airport. Then I find out, okay, I'm going to LA. So I'm like, okay, what am I doing in LA? I get there. Another driver is there to pick me up from the airport. And the first stop is he goes and he drops me off at the Gucci store on Rodeo Drive. And he says,
that's a dream.
He says, have fun. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
My dad's not here the entire time.
No, it's just me. So I get out of the car, and one of the workers from Gucci met me out of the car, and he says, come on in. He said, whatever you want. And I'm like, what do you mean whatever? He's like, whatever you want. I was like
go on a shopping spree and pick out anything you want. My mom picks out like 3 things. I'd be like, this.
I went and I was like, okay, you know what? I really wanted those sneakers. I wanted those. So, as a matter of fact, remember I bought them and then I returned them because I felt guilty.
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, okay, well then I'm gonna get my sneakers. And he's like, okay, what else do you want? And I'm like, no. I'm like, that's good, because they were like, what? Let me forget, $600 or something.
You got sneakers, a t-shirt, a pair of jeans,
a hoodie,
a
purse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Dad, here's the thing, Dad knew that I would have went there and maybe picked one thing and then that would have been it. So he prepaid for like gift cards. So it was
Do you
one of the...
still have any funds on the gift cards?
No.
Because donations are open here.
Here too.
Look. I got my front pocket.
$4 could have been. This is upsetting me because this podcast is like...
Amazing.
Yes. And it's one that I think people are going to want to listen to. And then...
They're going to be annoyed.
Yes.
We're going to get comments. We're going to get comments.
Like
you guys should have just filmed another time. No, we can't. I'm sorry.
This is why, remember we were coming in later?
Okay, yeah, but anyways, finish. You're
Okay.
getting your question.
So, yeah. So, like I said, he prepaid the gift cards. So, I had a certain amount of money that I had to spend. It was like either spend it or...
And she spent it.
Oh, I spent it. I actually had to dish out a little bit more.
Walks about the Gucci store.
Yeah. So then they're like, we'll take care of your bags for you. They then sent the bags to the hotel. I didn't even have to carry the bags out.
Oh, I'd be mad. I'd be like, I know, I need to look at them.
Well,
like
no.
when you go to the mall and you look at the stuff in the car.
But I couldn't because then I'm told to go, well, first of all, in the freaking fitting room, there's like wine or champagne. I don't even know what it was.
Pastries.
All kinds of pastries and like desserts.
In the fitting room too.
And I'm like, dang, So then, like I said, I'm leaving the store and they said, my ride would be out there. And I look out there and there is a black Lamborghini and the guy opens the door and it's Donnie in there. He's driving and I was like, oh my God. I of course start crying, but my bags wouldn't fit in the car.
So they had to send it to the...
Because they I don't know if you ever seen the trunk of a Lamborghini.
It's in the front.
Yeah, and it's this big.
Yeah.
So my bags wouldn't even fit in there.
Mm-hmm.
So they delivered my bags to the hotel.
# struggle.
So annoying. I couldn't take all my stuff with me. But and I left my suitcase there, everything. So Gucci hand delivered all of my items to the hotel. Cool. So then he picks me up and we go to the Hillsong concert, which was amazing. And if you watch the video from Shallow, they have played that's where
the Greek theater.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Oh,
it was there. I know. They're ruining my excellent story. So then after that, we go back to the hotel, stop down at the front desk to get my stuff.
This is terrible. I don't really know what to do.
Horrible.
I think seriously I'm going to say something. She's going to say something.
I mean, this is absolutely.
He's gonna give her
horrible.
attitude. She said 5 minutes.
What?
She said 5 minutes. We need like 25 minutes.
Good job, Sierra.
Sierra,
That took balls out of me.
I didn't know you had that in you.
I didn't either.
Sierra was scared to call her pharmacist this morning. She goes, I hate calling people on the phone. I don't know what to say. She goes out
Maybe
there.
she's our Patricia.
I don't want to be a Patricia.
No, you don't want to be our
That was
Patricia.
nice.
Because our Patricia, we're not rude to her, but
Okay. Cute story, but yeah, keep things exciting.
I didn't get to finish.
Okay.
So I get to the hotel, get all my stuff. We walk into the hotel room. All the lights are out. And there's music on, and it's like all the songs from the movie that we love. And then
Ew.
there was a path of candles lit
And
on
then
the
it
ground.
ends here.
No,
We
it
don't
doesn't.
need to hear the next
Yeah.
part.
It was candles,
Freaking whore dogs. Belly
and
jumping.
rose petals, and it was a path to the bedroom.
Ew.
Don't do me, because there was another surprise in there.
Oh.
Then on the bed was a big, huge. No, I'm
Oh.
Stop. In the middle of the bed.
Chocolates.
I'm keeping it PG. There was a brown box.
Full
and
of
then
money.
On top, on top of it was a book. Remember that book you actually did for me about the 50
Yeah,
things
he did that.
He did that for me also.
And gave you earrings.
And yeah, I was gonna say it was these. I love them.
That's
But
nice.
what was nice was he got the box and he got down on one knee.
What?
Yeah, and he said, I forget how he.
Ew, I can't picture this. Why do you get on a knee? I'm like, get up.
No, because he even said, we both agreed that I'm never getting like another wedding ring, because that's our humble beginnings. That's where we started. It's a constant reminder of where we were. And plus, I'm gotta be honest, I love, I don't even have
I'm
one
gotta
today.
be honest.
Shame on me.
She's gotta be on.
But I love wearing it and watching other people's reactions. You will be surprised how judged you get based on your freaking ring. Like when I've been in like the Gucci store or whatever in the mall here or whatever, honest to God, it's like the first thing they do is like look down at your finger and then like they see that ring and they're probably like, no, how cute. She's coming in here to like look like, no, I'm not. Like I'm here to purchase. Thank you.
They say a lot of millionaires you don't even know because
Yeah.
like look at Dad, he looks like a scumball. Love him though.
Wow.
He just looks like a hard-working
He does not look like a. He just doesn't. He doesn't
dress
care
wise.
about. He doesn't
Dressing
care about that
wise.
stuff.
Dressing wise.
But yeah, it was so cute.
That is cute. So keep things exciting. It could be extravagant or it can just be something simple. It could even just be a nice note or a cute little nice.
You know what
little
else?
saying.
Dawn, here's another thing that Donnie does for me that literally means the world to me. There I go. But and it's free. It's so free. A lot of guys buy their girls flowers and stuff like that, and that's nice. I mean, it is nice that, especially if you're gonna do it for no reason whatsoever. Donnie instead will take pictures of flowers, like wildflower. Like if he's somewhere, if he sees a pretty
Yeah,
flower, he'll
he's
take a
always
picture,
done
send it to me. And the other thing that I love that he always sends is a nice sunset. He knows I love sunset pictures, so he will.
Pause. What is that? Now they're down the hall.
They're drilling the other wall.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's a shame. Like I feel like we should have talked about something stupid today because, like this topic is wasted.
No, it's not wasted.
Yeah, it is. Listen to this.
No. Okay. Next. I run into my ex that I'm definitely not over, but he cheated on me. I know I shouldn't be with him. I see him in his new GF all the time. Advice.
Glow up and
Yep.
Yeah.
Smile.
Work on you
Smile.
for you. Look the best you
Yep.
can and be the best you can. And smile is a very good one. Don't be there like rolling your eyes,
No.
acting all immature.
Do not. Because
Just
that
act like
reminds
you're
him why
happy.
he cheated.
Right. And Mom, no. You don't know the situation. Some men are just pigs.
Well, yeah. But my point is, he didn't realize what he had. And a lot of times they don't
No.
until it's gone.
And he
too.
cheated on you. Like, just smile with
That's
the girl and be
right.
like, oh, it's coming for you,
Smile
Stephanie."
and look happy. But here's the thing, and here's the other thing. Don't blame her. I mean, unless she
No, that's
straight up
true.
knew, like, and even then, guess what? She wasn't in a relationship with you. He was.
Right.
So don't blame her.
Yes.
Don't be upset with her. If anything, feel sad for her because he's probably going to do the same thing to her.
Yeah, and the places that you're running into them all the time, I'm not trying to make assumptions, but like if it's like a bar or like a night out experience or parties or you guys have the same friend groups, maybe just like, you know, stop showing up and then he'll start wondering, oh wow, I'm not seeing her all the time. Like maybe she just doesn't care. Literally, you have to just put yourself first and just be like, I'm done. I don't want to see that anymore. I'm over it. Move forward.
You just know that you definitely deserve better than that.
Yes.
No, there's no one on this planet that deserves that. No one.
And I saw something yesterday. I went to Barnes & Noble and was reading through books, and I saw this, and it literally meant, like, it was awesome because some people, when they get in relationships and they end, they're like, I just need closure. Like, I just need the closure. I need to know. And I saw something that said closure is overrated. And it says, how many times have you said, I really need to get some closure about this situation, blah, 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 when we're speaking in terms of a relationship or an event that happened. And it says that closure is defined as bringing to an end, but it can mean different things for different people. And it might mean that you need to tell the ex, like, how you're feeling, why you ended the relationship, why this, why that. And, like, you need to return his sweatshirts, or you need to tell him that he needs to F off and blah, 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 die. Like, closure is so overrated. You do not need to do those things. You literally snap out of it, done, it's over, learn the lesson from the relationship that it taught you, and you move forward, and you work on your life.
You know what I've heard people do in the past, and I actually think it's a good idea. Write it all down on a piece of paper.
And throw it away. Burn
it. And then burn
Turn
it.
or burn.
But it's seeing it, and then seeing it gone. And but like meanwhile, writing it down though, you're getting it off your chest. You're like getting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But then burn that sucker. And honestly, let it be. Then you're essentially burning what was.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have time for one more question, but we literally only got through 3 questions. And I really like this way it's going, so we need to do part 2 next week, definitely.
Okay, because I was going to say, because I had more I wanted to say, so maybe I'll just save what I wanted to say.
We'll say it, because we have one more question, then we'll go to the next one.
No, I'd rather do one more question and save what I have.
Are you going to remember?
100%.
Okay. So we did that question. Okay, we're going to end off with this question, which I have been putting off for a very long time. But it says, what is the best advice for somebody who's going through a situation like you and Courtney did? So I get questions constantly, still to this day, asking about where Co has been, what happened between us. I did address it in videos. I did talk about it plenty of times. And I feel like I've moved past it. She's moved past it. We don't have bad blood or anything like that, but it's just annoying to have to keep bringing it up. But I feel like it's
good. Everyone else hasn't got past it.
Yeah.
You've got more.
But it could help
this,
people.
But even more so than like an old boyfriend. Like
I know.
People would ask about like your boyfriend that you were with for how many years, and then.
But he wasn't on YouTube that much. I think that's what it is.
Was.
Like I brought him to YouTube a couple of times, but that's when I was in the beginning. I didn't have a lot of followers. Like I did every single day vlogging, and she was in every single video pretty much. People saw her all the time. People saw our friendship. They saw how good of a friendship we had, and
that was real.
Yeah,
that
truthfully.
Yes.
I've had a lot of really good friendships that have been true, but the thing is, people grow apart, situations happen that are not my business to say everything about, and I don't care how much you guys say, like, well, we need to know, it's not fair to us. Like, no, you guys don't need to know every single thing that happened. But at the end of the day, if you go through a situation where you are literally attached to the hip, you do every single thing together, you are pretty much like in love as best friends, and something happens, it is life, and people grow apart. People do different things. People have different, like, values. People have different thoughts on things. People see life differently, and it's okay to be that type of way. But for yourself, you need to put yourself first, and you need to realize, like, what are your priorities in life? What do you want your life to turn out to be? Who is supporting you 24/7 in every single thing you do? Who gives you the hard love whenever they could tell you to do the wrong things? Like, you need to put everything into perspective, and, like, even if you guys had a good friendship, it's okay to know that it may not last forever. And like, I saw something that said you don't want to put like a friendship like on a gravestone where it says like from 2015 to 2019 we were friends, because that just like, it's terrible. Take the times you had that were good, have those memories forever, learn from them, and then you literally move forward.
And even take the bad memories
And learn from
from those. That's like, you need to learn from those ones. But the thing I would say about this too is you can still care about somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You can still want good for them in their life.
Yes.
You can that's what I think people don't understand. You don't wish her harm. You don't you want her to have a great life.
Yeah.
Like you really, really do. It's just you're just not on the same path, and that's okay. Like some people make it out to be like losing a friend is worse than losing a boyfriend or even a husband.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, it just amazes me how many people are still so hung up on it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It just you just grow apart, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know.
So for me and Courtney, we were friends for like a good 4 to 5 years. Best friends. We did everything together. And then we started, like literally, I'm not lying when I say this, we just started going down separate paths. Like the things we used to do together, we didn't do together anymore. The things that like I was getting super into with my career moving forward, she had a completely different career path, completely different like things that she was moving forward with. I hate when people say that Sam was the reason why we broke up.
The next thing I was going to say, because that, at least it should have, because I will say you're very fair when it comes to, you're not the kind of person that gets a boyfriend and ditches everyone around her because she has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You are not that type of person.
In the beginning of having Sam, like, me and her would go on double dates with, like, with whoever she was with or whatever, and, like, I would go on a date and, like, we would do it together. Like, she was around with Sam in the very beginning. Like, Sam had absolutely nothing to do with our friendship.
Mm-mm.
Like, nothing with any other person. Like, it wasn't me and her and then she got another friend and, like, I got jealous, or vice versa.
Right.
It was not a boy on my end or her end. Like, it was just different situations happen. And, like, my only advice could be that, like, yes, it sucks. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you kind of feel like, oh my gosh, I wasted all this time. Like, and you kind of feel sorry, feel self-pity, but you can't. You have to wish the best for them, and you have to, like you said, I care about her, I want the best for her, and I truthfully think that she cares about me and what's best for me, but we don't reach out to each other anymore, we don't live together anymore, we just went separate ways, and that's okay. You can break up with people in your life and still want good for them and still just move forward, wish the best for them. And
when it's just, when you're going down different paths too, you can, again, like if she was to reach out to you, it's not like you're gonna be like, oh my god, and ignore her. Like it's just not that. That's the thing. Like it is a two-way street. Mm-hmm. You know, yes, you're not reaching out to her, but in reverse, she's not reaching out to you either.
Yeah.
And
I guess they don't want to wait anymore. They waited their 5 minutes.
Bro. But oh my gosh, they drilled it right on my head. It's a very good point too.
Well, you can still think about it. I have the last thing I want to say. But being in a friendship is very much so like a relationship. There gets times where it could become so toxic. And situations that happen between me and Courtney where we would fight over something, we would not see eye to eye, and then we lived together, and then we were ignoring each other. And that's just so toxic for your own mental health. That makes you, like, feel certain ways that you should not feel. You should not be a negative person. You should not feel like you're walking on eggshells around somebody.
Right.
There needs to be communication. There needs to be compromise. There needs to be understanding. There needs to be caring and supporting and pushing that person to be the best version of themselves. There is no tolerance for things that the other person should not do to their own life or to themselves or anything like that. Sometimes you got to give hard love, and that's how it happens. And this is so annoying, so we're going to close it out and continue next.
But just one last piece of advice. Like, there are people that are genuinely, like, surprised, like, oh my gosh, what happened? But at the end of the day, if you're so concerned with her, why aren't you reaching out to her?
I mean, maybe they are asking her, and she's not answering them.
But that's my point. Like, if you're that concerned with her, then go to her. Ask her, hey, how are you doing? She'd probably appreciate that.
That is true.
You mean, so instead of coming, like, I just feel like sometimes it's just people just, because people thrive off of negativity. They
think that some
stuff.
huge dramatic thing happened between us, and it really truly wasn't. It was a buildup of a lot of little things, and we both mutually agreed. It was not me saying this friendship's over. It was not her saying I'm done with you. It was a mutual agreement because it was just a lot of build-up negativity.
It's not like you slammed the door shut and she was behind it begging to come back in.
No, it was not
or vice versa. She didn't slam the door shut and you wasn't. It was a very mutual decision. You both just decided that the way things were at that time just wasn't fit for who you guys were at that time.
For us to be our best selves, we needed to do it separate.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, so that was the podcast. We seriously are so sorry about all the construction going on. This was such a good podcast, too. I gave really good advice. So hopefully you guys can just listen through it and
just bear with it. And like I said, matter of fact, I'm even more excited to go and speak to the other place and make sure that everything's in order.
We got through 4 questions, and I don't know, I would say there's probably like maybe 15 or so, 15 to 20. So we are, Dad just asked a question.
Oh, okay. What did he say?
No, next that's a long one. All right, I promise you guys we are doing part 2 to this next time. So send in questions. It's not too late. It's going to be on my Instagram for the next like probably 20-ish hours because it expires 24 hours. So get onto my Instagram, ask me the question. If it does expire, DM me, whatever. We'll answer those in a little bit less
or
speaking time.
Email genesispodcast@yahoo.com.
Yeah. And also rate, review, subscribe, share. And we love you guys. See you next time.
Later.
Peace. You always say later.
Later. Later, alligator.
All right.